Okay, so actually let's do it a little more. So you can just press G well, when the face is selected, and then let's just do 0.7. Actually, let me go back. Right, so now you press E, and then let's just do 0.7. That seems good. Alright, so now we have our quarter pipe. Let me hide it. Okay. Gee. Let me bring it back. So it's a pretty good size. Okay, so now what we're gonna want to do is see, it's kind of like you can see all the panels. It's kind of weird looking. It won't skate the smoothest. So what we can do is right click while you have the object selected. I think your tab is okay. Oh, maybe not. Well, let's just select it anyway. Shade smooth, and then it looks all weird. Don't worry. Go down here. Geometry. This means geometry. This little green thing, green tab. Go down to normals, and then take the box auto smooth, and it looks way better. And if it still looks a little weird, you can play around with this degrees, but don't. It should be fine at 30. So yeah, that's that. It looks way smoother. So you may think we're done, but let's just add the little face here. This doesn't really matter, but I just like to do it now. Oops, sorry. So now we're gonna add the coping. So this is optional, but it makes it look a lot better in my case. So now there's two ways to do this. So I'll show you both ways. So first, let's do the easier way in my case, or in my opinion. So we're just gonna have the top edge selected, this one, not this one, this one, and then press P to separate by selection. So in object mode, it will be a different object from the ramp. So see, this is a different object from this because we need to convert this to a different mesh. We need to convert it to a curve. So we're gonna go, after we select this, the separate object in object mode, this is where coping is gonna be. It should be a little edge. So now we're gonna go to object, make sure it's selected, and make sure you're in object mode, otherwise it won't show this. And then object, convert, and then convert to curve. And then nothing will change, but see down here in this geometry tab, or in this geometry tab, it's gonna like change to a curve. So what we're gonna do is leave all the stuff alone. You can play with it if you want. You're gonna press geometry, and then go down a little, go to where it says bevel, and then you're gonna wanna adjust this depth. So right now it's 0 depth, and then if you slide it, it's gonna go like that. So I think that's a little too much, but we can take it down to 3.3 or 0.2. Let me see what 0.1 is. Hold on. Let's just do 0.3 actually. Okay. And then you might as well press fill caps, because it just fills these little end caps. And then we can make see how it's kind of like same thing with the ramp. When we can it was like you can see the panels and stuff. We're just gonna up the resolution a little bit to like 6, because now we're done with this. You like it? When you go to edit mode, it'll be like this weird curve. So, and we also can't shade it to smooth, so make it look better. So we're gonna go back to have it selected, object, and the same thing, but instead we convert it back to a mesh. So now it's like back to normal. So what we're gonna do is right click, shade smooth, and then it already looks kind of good, but then auto smooth. So now we have that coping. And then you can adjust it a little, like move it so it looks a little better. I think I like it, like there. Okay, so that's our little quarter pipe right here. You can see through it. Okay, so that's number one. I'm gonna speed through this way a little bit because I don't want this video to be forever, but I'm sorry. This is a little longer. It's also a little more, you have to be a little more precise, or you just play around with this so you can get the scale to snap to it, but you'll know what I mean in a sec. So go back to object mode, go Shift A, add a curve and a path curve. So you're gonna press G and then have it snap to here. And then see, it's like too big. So we're just gonna want to scale it down a little so it fits it. This is the hard part. This is where you can use the snapping tools to make it like snap to it. Oops, sorry. I'm just too lazy to figure it out. Almost got it. Okay, I think that should be good. Yep, perfect, pretty much. Alright, so now instead of having convert to a mesh or a curve, we already have it as a curve. So just go down to geometry, make sure you're in this, I think it's actually called object data properties, yeah, bevel, and then let's just change it to 0.3. Yeah, 0.03, and then change this to around 6, and then it's already smooth, so we're gonna do fill caps, and then that's good. So yeah, that's the second way. There's a couple other ways too, probably, but these are the easiest, I think. So now we have this base quarter pipe. We're good. But now we're gonna do something called a UV. We're gonna go do something called UV editing, and we're just gonna do this now so we get it out of the way. What we're gonna do is go to UV editing, and we're gonna make this so the texture looks not stretched and weird. So we're gonna go to UV editing, and then on this tab on the right, press tab to go to edit mode, and then press A to select all of it in face selection, or it doesn't matter actually, never mind. And then you're gonna press U, and then you have to be in edit mode too. U, smart UV project. Okay, and then it'll look all weird. Don't get worried about that. This isn't the best way to UV unwrap. You can search it up. It's kind of confusing. Squeegee Dinotoy has a pretty good video on it of like marking seams and stuff, doing it manually. You can check it out. It's like UV unwrapping in Blender, that's what it's called, or something like that. But you can research that. Asking in the Skater XL Discord wouldn't be a bad idea either. Okay, so now we're good with that, and we're just going to do coping while we're at it. So tab A, and then UV unwrap, and then that looks a little less confusing than the other one. Okay, so now we're good. So now we're going to go back to layout, all good. Okay.